Smoking a Jazz Lounge by Diligent Fingers, Manchester, UK, teaming up with Ben B, Arizona, USA. Millennium Jazz 2015. Easy, easy, easy.
This is Diligent Fingers. Welcome to Smoking the Jazz Lounge from myself and Ben B.
This is Dusty Ohms, and the question is, in one word, what does jazz mean to me? That'd be freedom. Once heard someone say that if you can't categorise a piece of music, then it's probably jazz, and I believe that creative freedom is very important.
What does jazz or music in general mean for me? Expression.
What does music or jazz mean to me? Refuge. Being able to get lost in something that is not, being able to get lost in something that is part of everyday life, in a sense. When you think about it, you're so detached from it at the same time that it can engulf you and take you somewhere else. To me, that's my refuge. Music is my hiding place, my shelter away from some of the harsh realities of the world that we live in today.
And my intent is to play good music. You know, I'm not into trying to keep up with the, with the fads, but what I'm into is to play good music, because I know if you play good music, that will always last.
Let this happen automatically, imagining each phrase as a loop that goes round and round in your head.
Take a breath, wait a sec, survey your surroundings, relay the steps, take it in jets when climbing these mountains or hills, depends on what your perspective is. A cold chill, you'll find somewhere the rejection lives, we're bold still, inhale the negatives, keep them deep, untold skill, exhale the passion in speech unique, we strike chords and pull on strings attached to heartbeats, despite flaws, we tell the tales for the ones who can't speak, so what's yours? I'll tell you mine if you got the time, the drinks poured, JD and Coke with a twist of lime. It's past 9, nearly time for the show to start. Relax your mind and blaze a suit if it plays the part. Yeah, a still state. We're all waiting for something. We build from nothing, just hoping but feel fate, upholding this ill weight. That's why the door will stay open to those scoping the place to feel safe and just float. Yeah, just float. I know times are too rough, you feel you just had enough. Back breaking from strain, the cracks are showing you drain. No dough flow in your skin, your mind is pushed to the brink. Your girl won't give you enough space, your man is up in your face. Bathers banging your door, brothers fighting with brothers, sisters fighting with sisters, and fathers fighting with mothers. The world is fighting itself, and we're just caught in the crossfire. Pining for wealth, we could be climbing a lot higher, but you feel trapped, believe me, you're not alone. We're all searching for peace, that's why we switch off our phones and lock ourselves away, covered in shades of grey. I put my heart in my music, cause that's the only way I know that when the road is too hard, I pen a couple bars, and when the day's looking bleak, my beats will keep me calm, because it's all blessed, it's all blessed, it's all blessed, it's all blessed. When the road is too hard, I pen a couple bars, and when the day's looking bleak, the beats will keep me calm, because it's all blessed, it's all blessed, it's all blessed, it's all blessed.
Yeah, it's a bit smoky really. Hi, my name's Leighton. I'm your announcer for this evening, and welcome to Millennium Jazz presents Smoking Jazz Lounge by Diligent Fingers and Ben B over there on the MPC. We're going to bring out two special guests for you, Rayz and XL.
Yeah, I float that smoke up in the jazz lounge, on it like it's Ronnie Scott. Scotch bonnet, proper hot, but sweeter than your jelly tots. I'm hatching terror plots, never stop perpetuating, celebrated loss for off the top stars. I'm demonstrating, I think the syncopation moves me. I flutter by, lullaby a birdland, I utter rhymes first hand. Non-recyclable, never known to like a fool. If ignorance is bliss, then this encyclopedic mind's a tool. I strike a minor chord to bring about cacophony. Copy me my coterie, can't cope with animosity. I'm animalistic over plenty, minimalistic over 20 innocent witnesses. My crimes forever victimless. So picture this up in your pineal gland. I'm watching birds fly and herds run by up in my third eye. I'm undisturbed, undeterred by your turbulence. You're destined for the turf, or mine is destined for the firmament.
Locked in this metropolis, here's my synopsis. Organized for profit, we see it and want it. Consumers in bondage, no time for knowledge. See me in it and you know I'm well on it. Don't let the smoke blind you, it's not what I do, it's we're fine tuned to the jazz to take you away from your blues, to separate that light from the gloom. Mama didn't raise no fool, cause that would have been a tragedy, catastrophe, leaving a cavity in the galaxy. Celestial entities, are we just really human beings? Well, that's just how it seems. Voices telling me to let go, get told what I know, leave the lounge and enter the millennium with my eyes wide shut. I chose to raise the bar, now I'm putting the levels up.
Millennium jazz music you cannot ignore, taking the jewels of the past, recreate feelings of raw emotion. The tools, the MP, the scene by Ben B. It set the course free with Ed, Rayz and Dill, that's me. Hi, your host for the evening's festivities. Hit you with some shit, make you feel it in your capillaries. You feeling me? Dusty samples of the symmetry, smoking the jazz lounge, now you know what the dilly be. So sit back, relax and take a load off, while dope chops and poetry are getting shown off. No ego, it's all escapism. Let the music bring down the walls of the great prisons of life. Money, trust and faith, envy, lust and hate, finding a place to belong, finding a love to hold on to. We've all been there, so let's chill. Sink into the essence, the vibe is tranquil. So I pen a verse like I'm in a dream, far away from the blinding lights. The only place where my voice is free, not suffocated by the strains of light. Up high you find me on the wings of eagles, to see the sun in the clearer view, to find a place to rejuvenate, space to stop the bullshit appearing true. No black hole can hold me, no white gates can stop my sights are set to reach nebulous. When I catch your orbit I'll drop by. It's all faith and self-belief and the strength to go beyond average. Stay thinking outside the box, my view is far past the planets, damn it.
Jazz could be a state of mind, it could be, you know, a musical adjective, or some may say it's a noun. They think jazz is this thing. I don't know, I think jazz is kind of like hip hop. I think jazz is a state of mind. It's freedom, you know, it's freedom of music.
Well, the good thing about what I do is that it's all spontaneous. In other words, you know, if I sing Georgia tonight and you come back to hear me sing it tomorrow night, not that I'm trying to make it different, but it will be different only because I'm different. Every day in your life, you're just a little bit different. It ain't that much, it's not a lot, but every day your feelings, your emotions are different.
I glide through like an ice skater. The hype's true, but I fight greater. So fuck your nice neighbours. There's an icebreaker. Spit with a pickaxe flow and give you something you can pick out slow. Food for thought, chew the brain gristle. I'm on point, you're a stray missile. You couldn't catch my heat. Don't let the blade hit you. Swift cut through your brain tissue. Trust, you couldn't match my speed. 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 Yeah, I ain't that guy, believe me. Spit a couple bars, leave cats kinda queasy. Ben B, it's me, ill deal, ill spitter with the venomous flow, trained to kill. Yeah, glacier bars, fuck about, I leave your face with a scar. No Lion King. And giving up ain't an option, Watson. I'm guided by faith, I praise a higher king. God flow, Sagittarius. You wanna hate, but you're hearing us. Feel no way, there's no fear in us. Try me, Einstein rhyme schemes provide me with high screams like that shit is delirious. Serious speech reaches deeper depths, no retreat. I defeat fleets with each request, stop it. Cause that's just the tip of the iceberg. And putting pen to page is light work with nice herbs. I'm in the belly of the beast with a slight smirk. I leave the eager being fiends to grip the mic first. Redeem my peace, you see me bleeding through a tight verse. A deeper species till I'm leaving in a white hearse. So don't be walking where my types lurk. Wise words to you tie-dye nerds, you ain't worthy. Feeling like your lifeline's cursed. Frostbite to your eyesight, burn with no mercy. I'm in the belly of the beast with a slight smirk. I leave the eager being fiends to grip the mic first. Redeem my peace, you see me bleeding through a tight verse. A deeper species till I'm leaving in a white hearse. So don't be walking where my types lurk. Wise words to you tie-dye nerds, you ain't worthy. Feeling like your lifeline's cursed. Frostbite to your eyesight, burn with no mercy. Yes, Ben. Sat with a brew and a zoot. I sip slow as the day drifts by. Stuck in review of the loop, the cycle that we all follow and the scars don't lie. A revolution of a different kind, perpetuated by the poison of a bitter mind. You know the saying, there's a prick in every bunch of roses, but what they never tell is how to help the rose survive. It's like we're blindfolded with a torch in plain sight. We wander through this maze we call life. I take 2 drags and breathe slow, contemplate what it would be like in the world without the notion of greed. I mean, it's all I seem to see, killing children for a piece of land. Entitlement gives you reason to harm your fellow man who you think you're better than. Choose a religion and fight. I wonder if the man upstairs is even sleeping at night after he sees the full extent of his misjudgment. Free will, we love a bargain and a cheap thrill, innit? Forgive me if I'm sounding more like a cynic, but I'm just sick of being fed a bunch of gimmicks and being lied to. Sick of having money for one but needing to buy 2. Sick of seeing negativity but still I try to pick a broken soul off the ground and keep them high too. Well, trying being the operative word. Trying to make sense of a world that's fucking absurd. We tear down our natural beauty for something man-made. Resentful of the cards we're dealt, but still that's how the hand's played. Let's be real, we're all the same, right? Wake up every morning blinded by the daylight. One eye open as we stumble to the kitchen and pour ourselves a cup of ambition. Still, that's if you make it past the snooze button. My alarm is Talib Kweli saying move something, like I have to prove something to me, myself and I'm set to lose nothing, yet with a view to fly. Still I'm sat with a brew and a zoot. I sip slow as the time slips by. Sat in review of the loop, the cycle that we try and break free from in the night time.
The structure, the cleanliness, the tone, the nuances, the implications, the silences, the dynamics, the pianissimos, fortissimos, all have to do with sound and music, and it's as close to God as I know. The cleanliness of classical music, not all of it, some of it's too cold, but Bach was a master. And let me say in this path also, many jazz masters knew what they were doing. Coltrane, Dizzy Gillespie was still with us. He does awesome comedy, but he's a great master. Miles Davis is a master. Duke Ellington was unquestionably one. And Art Blakey is one. I wish to God I could play with him. And I said Coltrane, and we have, of course, Art Tatum at some time, and one of the greatest pianists in the world is Oscar Peterson. I can only think of those 4 or 5 masters. I only like masters.
I don't wanna get up yet. 10 more minutes. Wait. I don't wanna get up yet. Please, wait. Please, wait. I don't wanna wake from this dream. Reality is a cold place. I don't wanna escape from this. Please leave me in slumber while my mind wanders. Traveling uncharted landscapes, let my retinas recoup a little longer. I'm accustomed to this dark space. The black canvas asleep. I'll be fine, just keep supplementing my heart rate as close as I can get to heaven. It's me yielding the paintbrush. My destiny's a figment of a broad stroke. Let me linger in my own sweet scenery with ice cold JD and all types of greenery. Let me invade the street singing a bit of symphony. Escape the feeling society's really got it in for me. Leave me in ignorance to propaganda televised. Litter our screens with self-deprecation and genocide. Leave me subdued in my imagination's offering. Instead of fearing the hole, you'll be putting my coffin in. Wait. Let me loiter in this purgatory. The memoirs of a scarred heart, you've heard the story. Let my mind rewrite the pages of an open book, where my blatant insecurities are overlooked, where poverty and discrimination are never found. Equality and possibilities are all around. Lost is the sound of another taking their last breath. Resentment from opportunities only half met. Let me take leaps of faith well placed. Let me create a place where hell's gate can't hold me. Let me see my mum blessed with no drama. Leave me be in a place with no race. I beg you, leave me here where my soul can feel weightless, where everybody on earth can share greatness. Just leave me here stuck in the state of hibernation. I'm just a dreamer lost in the world of my creation. Yeah. The morning brings the light and so the verse begins. The heart brings the beat and the birds start to sing. Wipe the sleep from my eye, see the world in colour. The body speaks delay but the mind seeks another. I'm dressed fresh to death and blessed. Stress is less, endured all duress and flawed all the tests. It's gorgeous, set for glory. Lord, check the storyboard. Quest was gory, still steps are flawless. I was born flawed, I killed the scoreboard. Still the fawn torn, the silk was called for. The skill will floor for, it's still in pure form. I'm ill, the southpaw, the raw. I'm awesome, soaked in self-belief. Raised on broken streets, blazing potent green buds of rawness. Small but still I reach heights you can't reach. I preach the scorn speech to teach the thoughtless.
You're worth more than gold. Time takes its toll, but the world's yours to hold. So take it, shake the stranglehold. Make each step as bold as the last. You know you can make it, 'cause you're worth more than gold. Time takes its toll, but the world's yours to hold.
broken, but the bars are potent, so thought-provoking. Nah, I'm joking, I choke and smoke rings to the dope that Ben brings. Millennium Jazz, the place where hope grows. Replace the ozone with a space we call home. It's jazzy. Chops of therapy, hearing the melody, snapping your neck like tape decks, it's golden. Off key, the swing is dusty. The tears of a lost rose personifies just me. The prodigal son rise to no one above me. The oracle third eye am biblical, trust me. Firstborn, I must up my words haunt. The fabric of time cause a ripple effect. Force the lowest to step into the light. Breathe deep, don't give it to defeat, and know that you're chosen.
You're worth more than gold, and time takes its toll, but the world's your soul, so take it. Shake the stranglehold, make each step as bold as the last. You know you can make it, 'cause you're worth more than gold, and time takes its toll, but the world's your soul, so take it. Shake the stranglehold, make each step as bold as the last. You know you can make it.